Hello fellow crafters and welcome to Kakui Crafts. My name's Benjamin and in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be making soap. In this video I'm following the recipe from the Royal Creative Academy created by Katie Carson over at Royalty Soaps. So if you feel like making your own cold process soap, I highly recommend her videos and I will leave a link in the description field. In this video I'm going to be making this soap which I'm calling Tropical Explosion, and if you'd like to support this channel you can purchase this soap on my Etsy store. Link in the description field below. Okay, so without further ado, let's get crafting. Here I already have my oils mixed together, and I'm just getting out 3 more containers for the accent colours. Here I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of yellow oxide, and in this container I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of apricot mica, and in this container I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of dark cerise mica. I got all of these pigments from the soap kitchen. And I'm just going to add 1/2 teaspoon of titanium dioxide to this container. Now I'm adding a small amount of oil to each of these colours, and I'm going to mix in each thoroughly with a silicone spatula. The 2 micas mix in quite easily, but the yellow oxide takes a little bit more work, so I made to thoroughly mix that in so as not to have any lumps of yellow in the final soap product. Now I'm measuring the temperature of my oils and it looks to be 31 degrees. And the temperature of my lye water solution looks to be about 32 degrees, so that is perfect. I'm just adding my stick blender, and I'm adding the lye water solution to the oils, and I blend for about 10 to 15 seconds just to reach emulsification. Is that the right word? Until the oils are emulsified. Okay, and now I'm struggling with the wire of my scale. Okay, so I'm weighing my oil and I need to divide that number by 6, and I add 1/6 to the pink, I add 1/6 to the orange, and 1/6 to the yellow. You can just as easily do this by eye. Now I'm mixing the colour into the soap by hand. This prevents the soap from accelerating too quickly. This is a spoon-shaped spatula, which isn't so good because the colorant kind of gets trapped in the concave part of the spoon, so I was just scraping out there. And now I'm mixing in the pink colour into the soap. I'm just making sure to scrape the spatula along the base of the jug, especially in the corner bit, just to make sure all the pigment gets incorporated into the soap. Now I'm adding a small amount of water to my titanium dioxide. And I probably didn't add enough because it didn't tip out properly, so I had to scrape it out. So in the future I'm definitely going to measure how much water I'm adding to the titanium dioxide. And I just have to blend that titanium dioxide in to make sure it's fully incorporated. So now I'm just weighing out my fragrance oil, and I'm using Tropical Fruits from the Soap Kitchen. So I'm adding 12 grams to each of the small containers, I'm not mixing the fragrance oils in because this fragrance oil really accelerates the soap and I want to do a drop swirl, so I don't want the soap to be thick when I'm pouring it. I'm weighing in 26 grams of fragrance oil into the white soap. I'm adding the fragrance oil to the white soap last because I had to blend the titanium dioxide in, so that means the soap's already accelerating, and I mix in the fragrance oil just in the white soap and pour it into the base, leaving just a little bit to pour later. I'm going to pour each colour into the mould on top of the white, leaving just a little bit left in each container for a pattern on top later. I mix the fragrance oil of each colour in just before I pour it. I think next time I will hold the jugs a little bit higher, and make sure to pour it all the way to the edge closest to me because that edge was lacking a little bit of colour when I cut the soap. So now I'm just drizzling in the rest of the white, making sure to scrape out as much as possible. The soap has already thickened up quite a lot by now, but that's okay because it helps for this next stage. I'm just scooping out the yellow soap and putting it to one side of the mould like this. And I'll do the same with the orange soap. Just lining up along one side and leaving a gap in the middle. And now I'm going to add the pink soap down the middle. I like to do the yellow and the orange on the sides because they're quite similar in colour, but the pink is very much different, so this gives the best contrast. So I'm just spreading the soap out as best I can. Now I'm going to use a toothpick, just going up and down to make a lovely pattern. And here I'm just spraying the top with some 99% isopropyl alcohol to prevent soda ash. And let's cut the soap. I'm really happy with how swirly this soap came out because in my previous attempts the soap kind of came out as layers because this fragrance oil just accelerates so fast. But by just mixing the fragrance oil before pouring each colour, I can get a nice drop swirl pattern. This fragrance oil really smells like tropical fruit. I would say it kind of smells like a mix of fruits and then it has a hint of passion fruit at the very end. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like. If you'd like to buy this soap, again, you can find it at my Etsy shop. And I'll be releasing soap videos every month from now on, so if you'd like to see me make more soap, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and craft something beautiful today.